Today on the channel, we gotta get a deal. That's exactly what I did. And today we're talking King Shazam, Superman, and Lex Luthor.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another DC McFarlane Toys unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Lex Luthor, we got Superman, and we've got King Shazam. But for all your King Shazam, Lex Luthor, Superman needs, and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $39, it does ship free. Got to get a deal, and that's what this video is about. Playing a little bit of that long game. Figures that weren't really high on my list, but I took some time. I waited. I played the waiting game. I laid in wait, waited for a deal. Not necessarily. I just always look every single day at Entertainment Earth at their outlet and their deal portion of their website. You got to check Entertainment Earth every single day. I check the hot off the truck, and I check out the outlet deal stuff every single day, looking for deals, because with discount code Kyle, you can save 10%, and that's exactly what I did here in the outlet bin at Entertainment Earth, as all of these figures were $6 and some change each. Save 10% on top of that. These are great to add to an item to, of course, get yourself over that $39 threshold so you can get free shipping. I always do that. That's perfect time to get some of these McFarlanes you play the long game on. So we got to get a deal here. And for $6 and change, and really under $6 when you take the 10% discount, can't beat that, and I had to pick up a few of these guys. And we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Let's start with Lex Luthor. I've really wanted this one for a while because the power suit Lex Luthor, to me, is the most iconic. It reminds me back to the Kenner superpower days. He had that suit. That was Lex Luthor. When I close my eyes and I think of Lex Luthor, that's what I think of. I don't think of the guy in the suit, the bald-headed guy in the suit. I think of him in a power suit. That's what I think of, and that's exactly what we got right here. And for $6 and some change, I'll take it. And there he is, Lex Luthor. I actually bought one very similar that came with a throne. It had like a throne with him. I kept the throne and sold the figure for as much as I paid for the figure. So I got the throne free. Now I'm back at it again with this figure. Looking good, Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor power suit on the back from DC New 22. Not really familiar with that. Or New 52. Not 22, 52. Not super familiar with that, of course. No Build-A-Figure with this, anything like that. Going to pull him out, see what all the fuss is about. We're, of course, going to read the card, see what's going on. See you later with old Lex Luthor. I'm sure he's up to no good. He's always up to no good, as we do know. And there it is. See you later. Right off the screen. Of course, we get the stand. We'll get the stand with all three of these guys. Don't really need to talk about that anymore. See you later. Goodbye. Then we got Lex Luthor in the power suit. Real name, Alexander Lex Luthor. A brilliant businessman and inventor, billionaire Lex Luthor once saw himself as the most powerful man on Earth until Superman arrived. Rather than using his wealth and genius to help humanity, Luthor uses his gifts in repeated attempts to destroy the Man of Steel. Though he's often defeated, Luthor is an extremely dangerous foe, and his superior intellect is his deadliest weapon. He's constantly inventing new devices in his war against Superman, including his high-tech armored power suit, which he uses to battle Superman. So he loves the gizmos, he loves the gadgets, he's all in on all that kind of stuff. And there he is in the power suit. I love the bright green color on this one, looking really nice. Got the scissors out, we're gonna have to free him from the old plastic prison. And as we pull him out, there it is, old Lex Luthor, one of the most dangerous villains of all time. A lot of people know him, I think. Most people, see you later, know him as Superman's #1 enemy. I think that's a fair assessment. I like to think of Doomsday as his #1 enemy because he killed him. He killed Superman back in the day. Of course, I was a part of all that, reading the comments back. I can't talk today. Comics back in the day. The death of Superman, of course, but one of my favorite storylines of all time. McFarlane, where's our death of Superman line? Let's get that going here sooner rather than later. But let's talk accessories here. Not a whole lot going on outside the stand. We do get a gripping hand and a fist, and you got two gripping hands over here. So choose your own hand adventure, what you want out of Lex Luthor. And don't call him Lex Luger no matter what you do. But you got extra hands here. Then you get Lex Luthor. I love the look of him. Of course, looks like him all day long. The bald head, kind of mad, angry look. Resting mad face is what he's always got going on. But the purple and the green colors really pop on this. Just reminds me of the good old days. And I always loved the idea of him having a power suit. He would fight Superman. It was always a good time because, you know, you felt like he was stronger, a little bit tougher because of this suit he has here. Of course, arms go all the way around. Bicep cut. double jointed elbows, hands going to be removable, hands side to side, a little bit of looseness in that arm. I mean, not exactly the tightest thing I've ever felt in my life, but it's got a little looseness there. Got the hula hoop up top, and then you got a little waist down low, head back and forth, side to side, plenty of head movement there for the bald-headed Lex Luthor. He can do those big old power suit splits. How about that? Looking really, really good. Double jointed knees, of course, and ankles back and forth, and you got that old McFarlane toe articulation. You know I'm here for that one, so that looks really, really good. All in all, I'm happy with this Lex Luthor. I don't know if I need another Lex Luthor in my collection. Maybe a suited Lex Luthor. Maybe I would dabble in that a little bit. But for what this is, I think this gets the job done for what I'm looking for Lex Luthor. Really like this one, and for around $6, can't beat it. Can't beat that price at all. Looking really, really good there with old Lex. Now we're going to turn attention over to Superman. So this is DC Rebirth Superman. Not really familiar with that. It looks like Superman, but without all the bells and whistles. It's a pretty close representation of the classic Superman, at least in my book. But it looks okay here. It looks all right. And you got the usual packaging with McFarlane Toys. DC Rebirth Superman on the side. Not too much fun over there. Then on the back, got a little bit of artwork there. Same thing we're going to see on the trading card, of course. Anybody else good in this line? Of course, King Shazam is in here, so I got that one. We got the Dead Man. We got Shriek Unmasked, one of the terrible figures. I don't know Shriek. I believe a Batman villain. But that was a peg warmer. Wonder Woman, a super peg warmer. And then Batman with battle damage. I almost pulled the trigger on that one a couple of times. Never did go through with it, though. But Superman here, I pulled the trigger on him. Let's see what all the fuss is about with old Superman. Oh, we got a flight stand with him, too. I always love a good flight stand. I'm here for that. I'm here for that all day. This is very cool. Maybe. Where's the rest of the flight stand? What are we doing here? What is going on? Maybe I threw it away. I probably threw it in that box or something. I don't know, but I don't have the other part of the flight stand. See you later. See you later. What are we doing? What are we doing here? So I got one part of the flight stand, but I don't got the bottom circular part. But I do like these, but I have noticed these do wear out over time. They get a little bit loose as far as holding together here, but a nice flight stand. Hopefully I can find the other piece. I guess we'll see what happens there. Got old Superman here. Real name, Kal-El, Clark Kent. Adoptive name. Thanks for putting that in there. Sent to Earth from the dying planet of Krypton. As a baby, Kal-El was found by farmers Martha and Jonathan Kent and raised as their son Clark. As Clark grew up, the radiation from Earth's yellow sun gave him extraordinary powers, which he kept hidden. Now fully grown, he uses his powers to protect his adopted world as Superman, the Man of Steel, is virtually invulnerable and has the power of super strength, super speed, and flight. He also has an enhanced senses, including heat vision, x-ray vision, super hearing, and super breath. So we kind of know that whole story. That's nothing too new right there. But having a little plastic prison for Superman before we get the old scissors out. Looking really good here. We got a lot of twist ties on this one. I don't know. The Man of Steel they want to keep down with the Man of Plastic, I guess we would call him here. Because he's got a lot of plastic twist ties. Every single arm, the waist, both legs. I mean, what are we doing? What are we locked in so hard for here? What are we going? What do we got going on? What secrets is he hiding? That's the million-dollar question. Pull him out. I think I got it. Oh, get him through with that cape. That big old plastic cape. Got to weave that through. See you later. Oh, twist ties went flying. I forgot to take them out of there. The poor vacuum. The hardest working vacuum in the game. Getting to all the twist ties. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's dive into old Superman here. No accessories outside of the card and the flight stand, or at least the half a flight stand. Like I said, hopefully I can find that a little bit later. You look at the head sculpt on this one, and man, it does feel like Superman. It feels like Superman all day long, honestly, here. Just a little different suit, a little variant on the suit, a little variation, but definitely looks good. Looks like Superman to me. Got the big old cape going on. A little short in the cape department. I always see Superman having a little bit longer cape, almost down to his ankles. Maybe that's just me. He's had different capes over the years, but of course it is the classic red and blue we get with Superman. Got a little red belt going on to match the red cape. Got the Superman emblem right there on the chest. Got a little bit of a shine to it, looking really good. Head sculpt looks like Superman all day, especially that curl in the front. Very Christopher Reeve-esque, looking really, really nice. A little bit interesting shadowing on the cheeks on this one, but I do love that he comes with two fists of fury, because when I think of Superman, he's either doing this, he's flying through the air, or he's throwing some haymakers against somebody. That's how I envision my Superman, so I do like the looks of that. Articulation can be about the same as Lex Luthor. Arms go away around, bicep cut, very tighter arm than Lex Luthor, I will say that. Double jointed elbows, we got the pins in them, big old fists on there, big old meat hooks, head, all kinds of articulation. You get the upper hula hoop, you get the lower waist, you get the big old Superman splits if he needs to jump over somebody. You get the double jointed knees, very, very tight joints. Then you get the ankles back and forth with the McFarlane toe articulation as well. We do get that ball down there in the ankle. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of that, but it is there. But a good Superman, especially for $6. See you later. If you're a little kid or something and you need a Superman in a kid's collection, I think you can't pass this up, especially at that price point if need be. I just hope I have the other segment of the flight stand here. We got to have that thing, or else I'm going to be pretty upset. I'm going to be pretty upset. I might write a strongly worded letter. I might have to do that. But now we turn our attention over to King Shazam, and out of the three here, this is the one I'm not super familiar with. Of course, the card will clue me in. It'll give me all the details, I'm sure. But we've unboxed quite a few Shazams here. Movie Shazams, cartoon Shazams, comic Shazams, you name it. Shazam, Shazam, Shazam.
Oh, Shazam! Shazam! Shazam!
That's what we've been doing here on the channel. But there's old King Shazam, and one of probably the worst peg warmers in McFarlane toy history, at least out of the Midwest and all the states I travel. You can still find him on the shelf, and I think this came out a couple years ago. Let's see if I can figure out what year this came out. If I can find a date anywhere. I don't see one. I'm missing it. If it's 2021. So yeah, it's been out there for a while, this King Shazam, of course. There he is in the front. We already kind of showed that there. On the side, King Shazam. He's the Infected. He's from the Infected, which I believe was a storyline as well. There it is on the side. And then on the back, there's that trading card. We'll read all about him here. Who else is in that Infected line? Nobody. It's got the Flash, Hot Pursuit, Batman with the guitar, death metal. I have that one. You got the Aquaman from the movie. Darkseid is one I kind of regret skipping on. If I had to go back in time, if I took a time traveling machine or something, I would probably pick up a Darkseid figure. Kind of regret passing on him. But it is what it is. Time marches on. Time doesn't stop for anybody. Can I get this out? Will it come to me? Come on, King Shazam. Oh, what are we doing? Rookie, see you later. Rookie, see you later again. We're going to get this out. There we go. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. A little spin on that. And get this out. There we go. See you later. See you later. Goodbye. And we got the King Shazam card. Let's see what's going on with old King Shazam here. Old Billy Batson is his real name. With the defeat of his twisted Dark Knights, the Batman Who Laughs sought to create a new team by infecting 6 heroes with the same strain of the Joker venom that transformed him. Among those chosen for his evil army was Billy Batson, the wielder of the power of Shazam. After infected, Shazam donned the name King Shazam and was tasked with infecting Superman and bringing him to their side. The ultimate power struggle, of course, we saw Shazam and Superman in the last Black Adam movie. I guess that was Black Adam and Superman, I guess. But then we're hoping Shazam would get involved, but I think that's all off the table at this point, unfortunately. And there's old infected King Shazam here. Very, very interesting looking figure here. We do get some extra hands with him, which I'm all about. And of course, Shazam and Superman, two of Earth's mightiest heroes. Who do you got in that battle? I'm always going to give the nod to Superman because I was a lot more familiar with Superman as a little kid, at least. So that's what I'm going to say would win that battle. But you never know. You never know. It's a pick 'em. It's a toss 'em. It's a see you later. Goodbye. And now we got old King Shazam out of the pack and not really setting my world on fire. I can tell right away out of the box here, this is my third favorite of the bunch. It's got some interesting stuff to it. It's, of course, the classic Shazam costume, but a little bit deeper red, a little bit more golden on the Shazam logo. It's got a little bit of fur and spikes and stuff up there around the collar. He's got a big old tattered kind of cape going there. It's definitely King Shazam. He's got one of Eternia's longest loincloths of all time. Very long loincloth there. And then you got kind of the ribbed pattern red we see with Shazam all the time. He's got the arm guards going on both arms. And he's almost got some knuckle dusters. Almost like a young Wolverine. Got 3 spikes there on his knuckles. That is pretty cool. Then you get to the face. And that's where this figure lost me and probably lost a lot of people. Is the face. It's very chalk-like white going on. Got blue eyes there. The hood over the top. But very, very chalk-like there. It's just like it feels like it needs a little bit more color to it, and I think that's what brings this figure down the most for me. And then, of course, the hand color at least matches the face, but still kind of that chalky white color that's not so good. Articulation can be the same as the other guys. Limited articulation by the side on the shoulders there. Very loose in the elbow joints compared to the other guys. Got double jointed elbows. Got the bicep cut as well. Hands going to be removable. I'm probably going to go with both fists, as I did say. You got the hula hoop up top. You got the head back and forth, side to side. Very rubbery feeling head on this guy. Definitely feels different than these guys' heads. You do those big old Shazam splits. When you get infected, you can do beautiful splits. I know I had the flu a couple years back, and I could do amazing splits. But once the flu went away, couldn't do the splits anymore. That's just the way it goes when you get infected. Who knows what would have happened if I ever would have got COVID? I dodged the COVID bullet, never got the COVID, but who knows? I could have done maybe backwards splits or something. Who knows? Maybe I could be like a young Lanny Poffo. I might be up to those tricks. Who knows? Who knows? But looking good there. Got double jointed knees, of course. No boot cut. Nope, no boot cut. But you do get the ankles, of course, as we've seen before. This one's a little bit uglier than Superman, as the ball joint is even bigger on these guys, and I absolutely hate that. That's my probably least favorite part of McFarlane Toys figures, so we do have that a little bit ugly articulation there. But it is okay, and for $6, you're not going to have too many complaints about a figure. You kind of get what you pay for, and for $6, I think that's more than fair for old King Shazam here. If I had to put these in order, I'm going Lex Luthor, I'm going Superman, then I'm going King Shazam. It was a pretty easy decision for me. But what say you guys? You picking up any of these? Do you ever play the little of that long game and get some of these figures a lot cheaper? A lot of us are doing that longer than ever. I'm doing that with a lot of Star Wars things over the last 6 months or so. We're seeing Star Wars eventually drop down. I don't got to be the first to get Star Wars. It is what it is. I will dabble. I'll pick things up, and clearances get pretty deep on those. So you're a fool if you don't save your money on the Star Wars, at least from where I sit, and as you guys know right here at the table. Same thing with McFarlane Toys. McFarlane, he's very similar to me, as I'm pumping videos out all the time. I think if some of these videos got to breathe, maybe there wasn't other videos around them, they'd have probably more views. I got to think the same thing about McFarlane Toys. He didn't pump out so much product. Some of this stuff wouldn't have to go to the deep clearance like it does. That's just kind of the way it goes. But Todd McFarlane enjoys making toys. Kyle, I enjoy making videos. So that's just the way it goes at the end of the day. But very, very good figures for what I paid for. I think that's my final verdict. And like I said, you tell me your verdict in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell. Remember the old Patreon for early access to videos like this, bonus content, Q&A, exclusive videos, you name it. A whole lot going on over the old Patreon, and it truly is your best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget to hit me up on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for King Shazam, Lex Luthor, and Superman, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.